And the reason why I'm here is because I'm feeling stuck. And I'm stuck because I'm very good at self-sabotaging myself. And even if through the past few years, I made lots of improvements in many aspects of my life, now I really want to get deep down to the root of why these behaviors keep coming up. I was lost. I was depressed. I've lost myself. I was suffering with lots of anxiety. Also, my health was not great. I was constantly like getting sick because obviously it was like the byproduct of my subconscious mind. I feel that I found joy again, joy for life, and I feel I found love for myself again.
So my fun fact is that I'm a professional excuse maker, and I did the program with Nikki last summer individually, and it was incredible. And then a million excuses came up as to why I couldn't finish. So I figured this was a good time to finish. I'm a fixer, and I tend to focus a lot on what everybody else needs, and I'm here to sort of focus more on what I need. I came here 100% to lose weight, just to be honest. I don't love that, but that's the honest truth. I did not lose 1 pound, and I am totally, totally okay with that. And no one is more shocked by that truth than me. So really just realizing that how deeply I was isolating for so long. And I have so many people that really love me and were constantly trying to do things. And I didn't realize how often I was saying no. So for me, saying yes, regardless of how I was feeling about myself that day or that night, has been so huge. I mean, I may not have gone to Paris last year in the similar position. And then we just had this awesome vacation in New York City for 5 days, and I felt good. And I don't even have words to describe that. And it's just brought me so much joy. And I feel like I'm kinder, I'm a better person. I also cleared like 98% of my personal debt.
I am a new mom. Well, my son just turned 1 recently, and I lost myself along the way. It's a dream that I've always had, and up until now, most of my dreams have come true, but I've now realized that there's a bigger picture, and I need to find myself again and get back onto my journey.
I lost myself after having my son. I fell into a sort of a downhill spiral. I went through a lot of stuff with my husband, and I think the biggest thing was that I had so much pent-up anger. I don't know if anyone remembers, but that first exercise, the fears one, I think I had 17 pages that I literally wrote of like my anger and my fears. And I literally had to like change pens, and I was looking back at my goals, and I have let go of every part of that anger. I have the best relationship with my husband, but even better, the best relationship with myself, well, better than I've ever had.
I lost touch with myself for the longest time. And I feel like I want to reconnect with myself. There were so many external factors that led to the situation in the past. I overcame them to the best of my abilities and helped others, my family. But now it's time for me to focus on myself. I'm really committed to doing the self-work and, just being there for myself. And for the longest time, I feel like I haven't been really connected to myself. And, 4 months down the line, I really do feel like I'm back to myself. I'm back to my inner child. I'm, taking care of myself. And I'm my own best friend, if that makes sense.
Fun fact, or not so much fun about me, but the fact is I'm very good at giving advice to other people, but terrible at giving one to myself. Although through various tests, through various experiences in my life, I know exactly what needs to be done, but I'm terrible at making that step. Hence, I'm here and learning from all you guys' experiences. Everybody shares similar beliefs and similar concerns, so I'm happy to be sharing mine with you as well.
Mainly, I wanted to increase my spiritual sort of well-being, but little did I know that it starts from within. So I feel like now I'm a little step closer to sort of realizing that it's just not a spiritual upbringing and me as separate. That's just one body and one woman, and I'm learning every day how to become better at it. So the concept of when you thought you will not get there, or it's just, it was so hard in the beginning. I was fighting it, but now I literally, if you ask me to picture anything that I thought previously was impossible, I'm like, yeah, I can totally do it. So it's also perception of what I can do changed significantly for me than previously, which is big, because I can finally, I can feel that I can dream versus just sort of, well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Now it's like, wow, amazing.
For me, my goals were really, really specific. Like I wanted to lose 30 pounds and I wanted to get out of debt. And then coming into it, and when I was doing my reflections, I realized that that might be like an onset goal within my bigger goal. And my bigger goals were really more to fall in love with my best self and just to establish healthy habits around food, money. You know, I don't restrict myself for certain foods because I shouldn't have them. I enjoy them, and I've stopped sort of binge eating and drinking and shopping, which is ways and coping mechanisms that I would have had prior to the program.
I paid off a lot more of my debt. I've saved money because I'm not spending on useless stuff anymore. And I also have a different mindset around stuff and using it as my investment. So when I look at something with the huge price tag for a house, I'm like, well, this is investment for me. This is not going into useless debt. This is amazing debt.
I came here to kind of get a better sense of myself. I knew I wasn't making myself a priority and wanted to figure out how to do that. Now I realize that putting myself first isn't selfish, it's necessary. And I think that's been the biggest shift of knowing that, you know, focusing on yourself is something that's 100% needed for everyone.